So unfortunately, the fork was a little bit too loud, so you're gonna have to listen to my voiceover on this. So this is the second part of how we make the splits. The first part, I'll link a video of how Nadia makes the splits. There's the same thing every year, so I don't see a reason to make another video of the exact same thing. So you can see these are all the splits ready to go. They're already set up with the brood, with the honey, how we want them to set up. So however, this part of the video, we can see how they set it up. So they take them off each at a time, and they put them onto the pallets, and then we put the lids on top of them. So this is the very last part of it. We stack them too high, and we don't on the truck we stack them 4 high. So these are left only 2 high, so it's just easier for the people to load them. That way, it's not too high for them to load. So this system I feel like is very efficient. It only takes us about 20, maybe 30 minutes for us to take them all apart and put them on the pallets. We start about 6 o'clock in the morning, as soon as the daybreak, and then we just go ahead and work with them. So you can see George here stacking them up and taking them away, and the rest of the guys taking them and put them on pallets.
So when we originally bring them in, we stack them over there, but then we'll bring them over here to work with them. We work with them here, and then we break them apart and take them out there. It works well because this is not their home, so they get confused, and by the time they're confused, we've already worked with them and we're taking them to the new place. So what we like to do is we like to put
Just the right amount of lids right in front of it, the highest, but not off to the side, right in the middle, so that way they still have an entrance, because they really like their entrances, that way they don't swarm up. But you can tell a difference between how active these bees are, because we worked with them here. So we wanted to see what the difference would be between moving them, working with them there, and then working with them out here. You can see that they're much more active. We've already had to spray them a little bit with Clorox solution, so that they don't start the robbing process. But yeah, so we're definitely going to go from that to that system over there, because that seems to work a lot better. But we didn't know that, so theory's good, but we like to just compare. Is it just because they're not robbing here during? Is it because of that a certain day? Is it because of the weather? Is it because nothing's blooming? Is it the wind? We don't know. So we did an experiment today where we did both. We worked over there, and then we worked over here. And here, in our opinion, it's much worse as far as for the bees and for the people. You can see that they already started to rob. We had to stop the robbing. You could see telltale signs of them robbing over here. So, but we stopped them. Once again, it's a little bit of Clorox solution, so about 1 gallon of water to about a cup of bleach. And so what the guys are going to do is we're going to load them up, take them to the field, and from the same field or from the same yard, we're going to pick them up and bring them back over here, and then the next day we're going to work with them. So this is just a little bit of intro of how, or I should say the second part of how we make the splits. And I'll link another video of how Nadia explains how we organize the splits, but it's the same every year, so I don't see a reason to make a video about the exact same process. But this is the second part of it. I thought you guys might enjoy it. We'll see you on the next one. These bees are much less aggressive because this is not their home. They were originally brought in and left right here. So if we work with them there, they get aggressive. Here, this is not their home.
fly out, and they're not very protective. For all these flying bees right here, what we're gonna do is once we're all done, we're gonna bring in a couple more hives from there over here, and we're just gonna leave them, and they're gonna collect all the extra bees that are flying around. But tomorrow, same time, you can walk through here without a veil, and it'll be no problem. If you guys ever want to know what the top of a bee truck looks like, here it is. So we're just gonna throw down 4 belts this way, and then we're gonna net it because these are fresh lids and they're gonna be extremely loose. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm hooking all the bungees to this net because we can't physically reach them on them. All right, the truck's all loaded. We only used the net just big enough to hold the top lids to break up the wind. And yeah, that's it. It's ready to go. So I'll show you guys how these bees react to being worked with. So you can see it's not horrible, but there is a little bit of robbing. So we are going to spray them a little bit with Clorox. But this is what's happening here. Do you see this? So it's not the best scenario right here. I mean, we could deal with it, but not the best case. And now I'll show you the other one. The guys are leaving. They're gonna go take them to the field and bring some more in. And now on this side, you can see, so we placed these 3 pallets over here so that they can collect all the stray bees that are going to be flying around here. Otherwise, they'll collect somewhere on top of the building. But I don't know how easy it is to tell in the video, but they're much more calmer here. And I wouldn't recommend walking through here without a veil on right now, but it is certainly nothing compared to what it is out there. They're still very agitated out here, but as you can tell that they're quite okay with it. So that's the system we use, and we kind of seem to like it. So we'll show you guys what Clorox does to them.
Oh, it's okay. Go for it. So it's just 1 gallon of water to about a cup of uh, regular bleach, and it kills the smell off of them. So they're not going to be robbing anymore. I mean, if you let it go too far, that will happen. But um, it really helps them from stopping them from robbing. What we believe happens is it kills the smell of the robbing part, so they're not attracted to it anymore. But especially if he's starting to rob, it kills it right away. It stops them dead in the tracks. They they're very confused about it, and yeah, it's a very good thing. So very simple, just a gallon of water with a little bit of Clorox or bleach, I should say. Clorox is a name brand. So, and the bees are fine themselves. So you can see that they're smelling. They're flying around. They're smelling, but they can't smell anything. They know something was here, but they can't find it. So don't really know why it works. We just know it works. And there you go.